Hello, this is Music Tech Help Guy, and welcome to this Logic Pro 10 video tutorial on how to create a snare pitch shifting riser in an EDM track using the AUPitch plugin that comes with Logic. So I've got this EDM track here that's got sort of this build up, this riser section, and then a drop right here. The way it sounds right now, it's got like this clap and two snare drums that are sort of building up. And what I want is at the tail end of this build up, I want the two snare drums to sort of rise up in pitch. So let me play you what it sounds like right now. One other thing I should mention is that right now the claps, the snares, both the claps and the snares all have region automation on them to sort of make the volume sort of fade in. But what I want to do is I'm going to write automation with the AUPitch plugin to make the pitch also rise. So let me play you what I have right now, and then we'll get into how to use the AU plugin. All right, so we've got basically when the snare drum starts to going a little faster with eighth notes and then this sort of 16th note idea, we want the pitch to sort of rise up there. So we can do this in one of two ways. We can put the AUPitch plugin on the individual tracks and process it that way. But since I'm using two separate snare tracks, I have one on MIDI that's just using the drum kit plugin, and one that's sort of like a sample that I just copied and pasted in. I'm actually going to bus both of these over to an aux track and then put the AUPitch plugin on the aux track. You don't have to do it this way. You can put it directly on a track if you like. I'm just doing this because I have two snare drums that I want to have this pitching riser effect. So I'm just going to go into my mixer. I'm going to hit X, pull up the mixer. I'm going to create a new auxiliary channel strip. And then I'm going to call this snare riser. I'm going to option click on the fader to set it to unity. Let's get rid of that input there. It was picking up my mic for a second there. It looks like I'm using bus 1, 2. Let's see. Let's go to my buses. It doesn't really tell me which ones I'm using there. I believe. Let's go over to my snare tracks here. Here's my snare MIDI and my other snare. Let's go to buses. Looks like bus 5 is open. So let's create bus 5 on that snare riser. And yes, I'm aware you can actually just create bus 5 and it'll automatically create an aux track for us. I don't know, I'm doing it the long way. So here's our snare MIDI, our snare, our other snare track. Let's make those go to bus 5. It labels it the snare riser. There we go. So we're outputting both of these tracks to that snare riser aux track. Let's right-click on our snare riser aux track, and we'll say Create Track. So this will place this aux track in our mix, in our arrange window here. And let me just find it out here, wherever it went. Here it is. Oh, there it is. It's conveniently below my other two tracks. And what I'm going to do on the snare riser track is I'm going to put this plugin that comes with Logic. It's not under the regular list of plugins. It's under the audio units plugins, and then it's under Apple. So audio units, Apple, and there's AUPitch. There we go. Let's make it stereo, by the way. By default, it made that mono, so let's make it stereo, and let's re-choose the plugin and make sure it chooses it in stereo. Yep, in stereo. There we go. All right, so now what we're going to do is we're going to hit A, let this track open. We're going to make sure that track automation is on. And instead of automating volume, we're going to automate the AUPitch plugin. And the element of the AUPitch plugin that we're going to automate is the pitch knob. So we'll choose pitch from right here. And that is this knob right here. And what we want to do is we want to take this from 0 cents, which is the stock tuning, all the way up to, I don't know, halfway to an octave. This shows this in cents, not in semitones. So basically, if I have this up at like, let's say 1200 cents, that's an octave. 1200 cents is an octave. 1200 cents is the same thing as 12 semitones because there's 100 cents in a semitone. So if I really want this to go up a full octave, I can go from 0 to 1200 in that span of time. I'm not really sure what's going to sound best. I'm going to just start with somewhere halfway, and we'll see what it sounds like. So I want the riser to sort of start right as the snare drum gets faster, or just slightly after where the snare drum gets faster. So let's just click here, and let's click back over here. We'll pull this up. Let's start with like 700 cents. Let's see what that sounds like. And in case you couldn't hear that really well, let me just solo just these out just so you can hear them by themselves. Let's try a little bit higher. Let's go all the way up to like 1200. Yeah, it's too high. I like maybe around 800 will be nice. Cool. Now, the last thing I'm going to need to remember to do is when the drop kicks in, I want the snare drum to return back to the normal tuning. So we want to make sure that we create another automation point here and pull this down to 0 again. So let's just do that. Sometimes it's difficult to get it right on 0. If you hold the control button, you can get sort of like a fine-tuned control of your automation. And even then, sometimes it's difficult to really get in there. Let's try that again. I'm holding control. Well, I guess negative 0.4 will have to do for now. Sometimes, really, honestly, the way I should have done this before is I should have created created 3 like pivot points so I can start on 0 without messing it up, and then pull the midpoint up. Logic's just finicky about automation like that sometimes. So then when we get back to our drop, the very first snare hit right here will still be back at the root tuning. We're back to our root tuning. Now, the only last thing we really have to worry about is copying and pasting this motion over to the other risers, because there's another build up and riser right here, and another drop right here. So what I'm going to do is use my marquee tool. I'm going to use my snap mode and bar, and I'm going to use the absolute value, snap regions to absolute value. And what we're going to do is we're going to highlight with the marquee tool this whole range from basically the beginning of the drop all the way to the very end of the drop, and I'm going to click. What it does is it creates a few more points, but what this does, it gives us some pivot points so that if I hit Command C, I can actually copy this automation. I can come over to my other riser over here, select that exact same range, and hit Command V to paste it in. So now I've got the riser in the exact same spot on both buildups. So let's listen to this one more time with the full track in there, and we'll just give it a shot and see what it sounds like. And there you go. That's just creating a snare drum riser with the AUPitch plugin in Logic. This track, if you like it, is going to come back in a few more projects that we're going to be working on in the future. We're going to mix it, we're going to master it, and we're going to be doing a few other things to it. So this will come back in the future, and eventually you'll get the chance to download this session if you'd like to work with this. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching.